Hello, my name is Rachel O'Kello and I'm a UK-based solicitor specialising in immigration and nationality law. Welcome to the channel Clarity Visas. It's lovely to spend this time here with you today. I'm really grateful. We're almost at 2,500 subscribers, which is wonderful. Do continue to subscribe to the channel, share the videos with other people so that they can benefit from the information that you receive here. If you like the video, don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you are aware of videos as we release them. Today then I want to talk about quite a delicate topic. I sometimes do touch on these topics because I think that people who are in the UK and have not got themselves sorted or are not yet at the indefinite leave to remain route need to make sure that they know how to stay on the right track in order to achieve permanent residence here or British citizenship if that's their wish, or if they're not in the UK legally, to obtain lawful residence here. So I'm going to talk about amnesty and whether the UK actually does offer an amnesty to illegal migrants. Now, I use the word illegal migrants, which is not a very pretty word, but I'm just using that word so that we all know what we're talking about. We're talking about people who are in the UK without their papers sorted, in the UK without leave to remain. So they are irregular migrants. I'm just going to use the word illegal migrants because my purpose is to help you be lawfully resident in the UK. So to go from illegal to legal migration, and to ensure that if you are a legal migrant, if you've got leave to remain, that you don't fall off the track and become an illegal migrant, because it does happen. In fact, the majority of people that come to the UK actually came here lawfully, and one way or another they fell off that track and then they end up with no papers, and then a whole spiral of events happen. So that's what I want to talk about today, because I get a lot of people who contact me and actually saying, oh, the UK has given amnesty to illegals, and that's not true. It's never true. The UK hasn't offered an amnesty to illegal migrants. And what I'm going to look at first is the dictionary definition of amnesty, which is an official pardon from a governmental body. So the UK doesn't have a blanket official pardon that it gives from the Home Office to people who are illegally in the UK. And the reason why I say that is because it's not a matter of saying, well, I'm here, I don't have papers, I heard there's an amnesty, so I should get leave to remain. It's not going to happen like that. You have to fulfill certain criteria if you are in the UK on limited leave to remain, to be able to continue to stay here once your leave to remain expires, or if you have no leave to remain, you have to fulfill certain criteria in order to get onto a legal immigration route towards indefinite leave to remain. So that is to say that if you have limited leave to remain, you must ensure that you extend your leave to remain before your current leave to remain expires. And you mustn't do that before 28 days. So then, what if you are in the UK and your leave to remain has expired and you're still here and you don't have an application in, or you put in an application and it was refused, you appealed, it was refused, you're still here. And you're still here years later, and therefore you want to know, is the UK going to give you an amnesty? Well, the answer to that is no, not per se, not just as a matter of principle. The UK does not intermittently or at all give people amnesties. They don't just wake up and say, oh, we think all illegal immigrants in the UK are going to get an amnesty to continue to live here. To be fair, I think there are occasions where that could be useful, because we are sometimes bringing in people to the UK when there are already people here who, yes, they've fallen off the lawful immigration route, but if they could be brought back on, then they could fill certain jobs that the UK is needing to recruit for, because actually those people were doing those jobs in the first place. Whole different topic, I know. But basically, if you have fallen off the track, then you need to know how to get back on it. So let's look at some of those ways. If you have been in the UK for at least 20 years continuously, whether you have lawful residence or non-lawful residence, so it could be all unlawful, or it could be some lawful, some not unlawful, i.e. one minute you had leave to remain, then you fell off the track, then you got back on the track, then you fell off the track. Up to 20-year period, you're in the UK for 20 years continuously, and you can prove that you've been in the UK for 20 years continuously, then the UK will grant you leave to remain. Absent, if you've got criminal convictions, for example, then that's a different issue. But if you are just here as an overstayer, or you've never had leave to remain, then the UK will grant you leave to remain after 20 years. You must be able to show for each of those years that you were present in the UK. The Home Office are not going to believe you just because you say so. You must prove it. If you've been in the UK for less than 20 years, then the UK does have a separate provision that they can look at your personal circumstances and your family circumstances. So if you are in the UK, but it's considered that it would be impossible for you to reintegrate into your country of origin, the country where you have a nationality, then they can let you stay in the UK. For example, if you have health conditions, but very serious health conditions, literally you'll die if you are removed to another country, en route to the country, because they do say that if you can die with dignity in your own country, then that's not a reason not to be removed from the UK. If you have children in the UK who have permission to be here, so British children, or a child who is settled here because they may be from a previous relationship, for example, then you can make an application to stay in the UK with your child if you have a parental relationship with that child, even if that child doesn't live with you. And equally, if you have a parental relationship with a child who lives with you and that child doesn't have leave to remain, but they have a British parent or a parent who has indefinite leave to remain or another type of leave to remain, and it is considered that it would be unreasonable to expect the child to leave the UK because it would spoil their parental relationship with the parent that they don't live with, then you can make an application as an adult and child, parent and child application, to stay in the UK, even though you don't have papers to be here yourself, and neither does your child. You can make an application if you are under the age of 25, being 24 and under, and you have lived in the UK for half of your life continuously, then you can make an application to live in the UK. And it's 18 to 25 because they'll be considered independent children, so to speak. They're adults, basically, in the UK. I know in other countries, you're not an adult way older than 18, but in the UK, when you hit 18, they consider you to be an adult, no longer considered a dependent of your parents as such, unless there are special circumstances. So between 18 and 24, if you've lived in the UK for half of your life and you don't have papers to be here, you can make an application to stay in the UK for limited leave to remain, and you can extend your leave to remain from within the UK going forward. If you're a child, so under 18, then you will be looking at the application I mentioned earlier as a parent and child, looking at the status of your parents and then making a possible application along with your parents. So in line with your parents who will be applying to stay here with you, you'll make an application in line with your parents. If you're a child who's been in the UK for 7 years or more, you could have been born here and lived here for 7 years, or have been brought here as a youngster and been in the UK for 7 years, there is a provision for the Home Office to grant you and your family leave to remain, but that's only if there are very exceptional circumstances that apply in your case. If it would be unreasonable to expect you to leave the UK, even though you've been here for 7 years continuously, the Home Office would look at each case on its merits. It's not a blanket amnesty, we'll use that word again. It's each case on its merits if you've been here for 7 years or more continuously as a child under 18. If you were born in the UK to parents who didn't have any papers, so you would also not have papers, because if you're born in the UK and your parents don't have papers, you take the nationality of your parents. So you would take whatever nationality your parents have, and if none of you have papers to be here, then you'll all be considered illegal migrants, overstayers. If you were born here and live here continuously for the first 10 years of your life, then you will be entitled to register as a British citizen. So understand that being born in the UK in and of itself does not make you British. Having a British birth certificate where your birth is registered in the UK, does not make you British. You'll get British citizenship from your parents or your grandparents, or if you've lived in the UK yourself for the first 10 years of your life, you can register as a British citizen when you get effectively to age 10. So those are some of the routes that we can look at when considering if people can move from illegal migrant to legal migrant. and to continue on that path. So once your leave to remain is granted, you will still need to continue to extend your leave to remain so that you continue to be legally in the UK. And mostly, if you can do that for 10 years continuously, so you've come from an illegal migrant situation, and you've been able to get what we call leave to remain, permission to remain in the UK. You can do that for 10 years continuously. Then you can get indefinite leave to remain if you qualify at that time. There's other ways you can do it quicker by switching route, but that's not going to be in this video. I'll deal with that in another video. But if you do that, if you're able to keep your lawful residence for 10 years continuously, then you can apply for indefinite leave to remain and even go on to British citizenship. So I've had people who've been here illegally and we've helped them to get their indefinite leave to remain and to go on to get British citizenship as well. So all is not lost, but you just need to understand when you can make an application and when you can't, the evidence that you need to make the application. Hopefully you'll be able to follow your path to live in the UK permanently. I hope that was helpful. This is just general advice. If you wish to speak to me personally and get advice specific to your circumstances, then you can book a case assessment with me at clarityvisas.com. We do have a going rate there, and if it's suitable to you, then you can book and we can discuss your situation specific to you so that you can understand how you can obtain leave to remain in the UK, if that's even possible for you to do in the near future. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, click on the notification button, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.